Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another 1.18 Snapshot opinion video. Today we're talking about Snapshot 21W39A. And as you can tell, we can load existing worlds. I am in a copy of my Let's Play world. Now I'm just going to run you through some of the major changes real quick, and then I'm going to get to the opinion part, because I definitely have opinions. So the first thing they added was some new advancements. Specifically, they added 4 new advancements. And I think advancements are fun. I've never been like an advancement chaser. I think that would be a cool thing to do, is try to get all the advancements in the game, but I've just never done it. So they made an adjustment to how effects are displayed. So you can see up in the corner I've got some effects. And then if I go into my menu, the effects are now listed on the right-hand side rather than over on the left-hand side. The other thing is if I open up the recipe book, you can see they kind of shrink down into a compact view. So just making things a little more pleasant to look at. They also made a few little tweaks to the game. The lone trees that you find in the meadows will always have a bee's nest in them. You're going to get drowns inside of dripstone caves instead of zombies. Buried treasure will almost always include a underwater breathing potion. So just some really fun, nice new things. Okay, now for the opinion part. We're going to fly in this direction, which is about as far as I've gone in my Let's Play world. You'll notice the video is staggering every once in a while. I'm flying in spectator mode really, really fast, and it's actually my recording software that's stuttering. The game looked pretty good. Okay, so we're coming up here, and eventually what we're going to see is a hard border between the 1.17 world and the 1.18. You can kind of see it along the ocean floor, and if we go in this direction, the 1.17 stuff is on the right, the 1.18 stuff is on the left. It's a real hard break. And they've said they're going to blend the biomes, which I'm really interested to see how they're going to accomplish that. Now, if you go underneath the world, right now it's just air blocks under the old chunks. And then you can see the new chunks have that additional depth. The rumor is that they're going to fill all of these air blocks in with the new caves and mineable blocks, which I think will be a really cool thing. And then the world will be, pretty seamless. It looks very strange right now, though. Okay, so here's one problem I have. This is my spawn chunks in my Let's Play world. And if we go in this direction, what I did is I ran across the mountains towards this village. And then in my Let's Play world, I turned left and I kind of went off in that direction, and that's where my base and all of that was. To the right, there's this jungle, and it is a massive, massive jungle. And I've been saving exploring the jungle for 1.18. Now here's the thing. If we start going off into the jungle, it starts loading. And, they have said that they're going to come up with a way to blend the old chunks and the new chunks. Here's the thing. How do you blend a jungle into a snowy evergreen forest? It's a pretty extreme change right there. So that's my first question. Second question is, why is it so different? You know what I mean? This is the same seed. If I was to give you this seed and you loaded it in 1.18, it's going to be unrecognizable. You know what I mean? I was expecting there to be a jungle here, but now there is this snowy forest. And you can see it's just this perfect hard break. Very, very peculiar. And I guess the thing is, all these seeds that people have shared, either because they've found cool things, or, if you're doing speed runs and you want things in an optimal position, all of the seeds are going to be meaningless going forward because it's all different. They didn't just add caves and tall mountains. They completely changed how world generation works at a fundamental level. So things are going to be completely different going forward. So there's some things like if we go off in this direction, this hard chunk on the left, sure, maybe we could just blend that down into the ocean and make it a beach or something like that. If we keep going off in this direction, there's a weird shipwreck. That's interesting. But then there's also this warm ocean next to a cold ocean. There's this thing over here, whatever that is, this splinter of jungle. It's just weird. It's so strange. And, if we keep going you can see more of these sorts of things where the two sides are just so different. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like exactly when they sort that out. Off here in my mesa, again, I haven't gone very far in this direction. If we fly off here, we'll get this big desert, and I think it starts to turn into a savanna in just a little bit. Go along here. Yep, there's green. And we should hit the border. There we go. So yeah, same deal. Interestingly enough, there's savanna up against savanna, just really different heights. And then over here, there's apparently going to be a jungle. And some of that terrain off in the jungle looks really cool. But again, just this weird, hard border and completely different biomes than were previously there. Very, very unusual, very, very strange. You know, for most people, this is not the end of the world, and it's not going to really affect gameplay. But if you have a really old world that you've been playing in, or, you know, a really old Let's Play, there's a possibility that we just might have this stripe of a couple of weird chunks all the way around our world. And yeah, we'll just see how they address this. Right now, the way they have this going, some of these transitions are fascinating. You know, you got this big cave that just sort of looks out into the void. Really interesting how you can see where the caves poke through. And again, some of the caves are just stunning, absolutely fantastic. How big, how deep, how long these things are. Super exciting. Well, I think that's all I've really got to say about this one. You know, the big change was that you could open previous worlds in the snapshot. Beyond that, just some adjustments to advancements and effects. I feel like the world generation part is working pretty well. They've made a ton of under-the-hood technical adjustments, and things load pretty fast and looks pretty good. There's still so much to do. You know, we haven't really addressed anything with the skulk sensors or any of that. The whole deep dark and the warden is a whole thing, a whole new biome and all of that we haven't done anything with yet. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. You know, there's only a dozen weeks before the end of the year, before holiday, when this update is scheduled to come out. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.